welcome to the Gypsy Makes podcast. I am Bethany, and this is episode 6. I can't believe that we are here, that we've gotten to episode 6. It actually feels like it's been forever since I podcast, so I'm kind of excited to show you guys what I've been working on, what I got completed in the month of the month of June, and yeah, just tell you what we've been up to. So let's go ahead and get started with finished objects. A storm seems to be rolling in, so if you hear anything crazy, that's what it is, because the wind is howling and it just started, of course. But let's start with finished objects. I got quite a few things done. Oh, my dogs are gonna mess everything up today. I got quite a few things completed in the month of June, and the first one that I got done was, ta-da! Let's see if it'll focus. There we go. The Wisteria bloom socks, the ones that I have been talking about casting on forever and ever. I did it. I finally cast them on. I got a whole pair right here. So I have been wanting to cast these on. I knew what kind of yarn I was going to use since probably January maybe. So I got these done really early in June. I think, yeah, it took me like 4 days to knit them, 4 or 5 days. And they were done before last podcast even came out. So I really love them. I have some notes on them, but first let me tell you what everything is. The Wisteria bloom socks are by Amy Scher, and I used a 1.5 US needle, which is a 2.5 millimeter needle. I did these on magic loop. The yarn is leftover yarn from the Bronte sister shawl that I did a few months back. Yeah, sometime, I don't remember when. Time is passing too quickly, but these are both Yarn Cafe creations. We have Thicket and then Mold Plum Cardigan. Not cardigan, y'all. Not cardigan. It is Mold Plum Cordial. I used 10.5 grams of the gray, and then I used 49 grams of the purple. And the purple, I used all of it. I used so much of it that I ran out, if you can see. You can see on the toe, I had some leftover yarn that luckily was very close. But it's really, unless you know, I don't feel like it's that noticeable. And I'm okay with it. I mean, I would definitely prefer if it were all the same. But apparently I really like purple, so I was able to get that to kind of match. But I used 4 grams of the purple, and this is Sorella Classic Sock in Desert Rose. It's what I used for my rocket tee that I made in spring of 2021. I had a lot left over, so that's what I used for that. It was a quick knit, super fun. I'd never done ribbing like this. You can see, hold on, see if I can show you better. But it's got like ribbing. Yeah, come on, focus. There we go. So it's got this ribbing, sorry guys, there we go, on here, and I really enjoyed that. I've been wanting to make an all over ribbed sock, but I just haven't gotten around to it yet. So this was pretty nice. This was also the first time that I have done a, let me see, do I have it written down? I don't know exactly what you call it, but it's where the cuff is over on itself, so you do it really long and then you connect it. You can see. And we did have the little picket edging, which is really fun. So that was the first time I had done that on a sock. I'd done it on a previous project a long time ago, like probably 2 years ago, when I was still learning lots of new things. I also did a different heel than what was called for. I did the Eye of Partridge heel on these. I really like that heel for its look and everything. If I were to make these again, I would use either a smaller needle size or go down a sock size because they fit, but they're a little loose. So I think if I'd done them on my typical US 1 2.25 millimeter needles, they probably would have fit fine, but the pattern called for the 1.5, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna do the 1.5. And with it being ribbed on the top, and yeah, using the bigger needles, I mean, ribbing is stretchier, so it's a little big, but I think they're pretty. They turned out exactly like I wanted them to, and I am happy that I have finally knit these. So those were my first finished items of June. Losing my train of thought, and we haven't even gotten started yet. All right, the next thing is I made a complete sweater in June. So I talked about making the Autumn League pullover for my daughter. She saw where my sister Sabra had made one and wanted one just like it, so she is matching her Aunt Sabra exactly. Sabra had given me some of the yarn that she used, which is the Knit Pick City Tweed DK and Gala. Felicity wanted it exactly the same way, so she gave me her leftovers, which I think was like 2.5 skeins or 1.5 skeins. I don't remember. But then I went ahead and ordered the rest, which was like 11 balls. And I made the sweater. I cast it on. There's a few different things that I did differently, but this is the sweater. I made the medium large size. I used a US 6 for the ribbing, and then I used a US 7 for the rest of it. I did do a little bit different, a few things different than what the pattern called for. It's supposed to be knit in 2 pieces and then seamed. Wasn't gonna do that, so instead I just converted it to doing it in the round, which I enjoyed. It was super fast. I made it in about, let's see, 2 weeks, I think. Yeah, I mean, I just knit around and around and around once you got past the sleeve split. It was just mindless. I think I did basically everything else that the pattern called for. I did add some thumb holes, and I made these sleeves really short. When I was doing them, when I kept knitting the sleeves, I had Felicity try it on, and I was like, okay, it's really short on you right now, but I learned from the Oxbow cardigan and my husband's cardigan, the Hintermost, that you need to make these sleeves to where they're short, because their sleeves you have to roll up like 3 or 4 times. So I did not want that to happen. I was prepared to have to rip it out and redo the sleeves, but thankfully I didn't have to do that. This is a little hairy and looks a little used because my daughter has been wearing it for about 2 weeks now. Whenever it gets cold at night, she'll put it on. But I'm really pleased with the sweater. It was a super fast knit. If you are looking for a sweater to knit for your first sweater, this would be a great one. The instructions are really great, and you can find how to make it in the round and not seamed if you want on Ravelry pages, and it's free on the blog. There's a link on the pattern for her blog, and it has the free version, or you can buy the pattern also on Ravelry. I used, did I write how much I used? I don't think I did. Let me see if I can pull it up real fast, because I did not use as much yarn as it called for at all. I used 8.5 skeins, and they were 50-gram skeins, so that's 1,045 yards, 425 grams. I had, let me see, 11, I think I had 12.5 balls to start with, so I have like 4.5 balls now, that if anybody would like, let me know, because I don't need them. I'm not going to make anything else with this. But yeah, I actually swatched for it. I got it with the size 7 needles. And this was the first time I had ever done a tubular cast off. It took forever, like forever, but it's really nice. So let me see if I can show you, maybe, yeah, let me see if I can show without my face getting in the way, but you can kind of see how it's really nice. Maybe I'll try to get a video for you. But it's, yeah, a really great cast off. I did it on the sleeves. Maybe it'd be easier to show you on the sleeves. How about that? But you can see how it kind of just rolls over. It worked out really well. I loved it doing that. I think it's not as hard as I thought it would be, although it did take me forever to do it. But once I got I don't know what I'm saying. Like once I got going, I was able to do it. I think I just had like almost 300 stitches. So it took a really long time. But she's really pleased with that. I'm pleased with it. Oh, another thing I forgot to do, split hems. So it has a split hem. It's on the sides. And I totally forgot to do that. And after doing that tubular bind off on all those stitches, I was not ripping it out to fix that. So she gets it the way it is. She doesn't know the difference. So that is the Autumn Leek pullover. Did I tell you who this is from? It's from Alexandra Tavel. And I'll have it linked down below as always. My next finished objects are actually in use as well. I made some of the Yarn Cozy Lights knit by Nitty Natty. I have made so many of these. I was her tester back in 2020 when these came out, and I just love them so much. This is the 100 gram version. There are 20 gram and 50 gram versions available, and she just released a crochet version as well. I think that's only for 100 grams, but I'm not 100% sure about that. So go check out Natalie's page on Ravelry. I'll have this link down below, which my Ravelry page of these, which will have the pattern link. But I did this one first, and this is, you'll have seen this yarn several times. This is by Mandy's Making. It is Harvest Sky. I used 12.21 grams to make this one. And this is just I think it's just the basic, it's the basic one. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but that's what the bottom there looks like. You start here and you go on out. They're perfect for keeping all of your yarn contained. With this one, I did the exact same pattern, except I switched it. So basically, if you have the pattern, I don't want to say a whole bunch since it is paid for, but if you have the pattern, you typically knit 3, purl 1, but I just swapped it for this one because I like how that looks with the knit stitch running up there. I don't know what this gray yarn is. It I got it in a swap with someone else, so I'm not sure who that's from, but the purple that is right here is leftover yarn from socks I made my daughter last year, and it is from Studio Esoterica. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. I probably am not. But that colorway is TARDIS in the Nebula, and I used 1 gram exactly, and then I used all of the gray. There is 0 left of this gray, and it was 11.44 grams. But I just love these. This is part of a little mini make-along that we're having in the Sock Week Discord group, and I kept seeing everybody make them, and I wanted to join in. So this was quick, easy make, and I've already put them to use. So this is actually yarn that is in one other project. But let's see. I felt like I was going to say something else. What was I going to say? I guess I wasn't. I used a US 1 2.25 millimeters, which is what the pattern calls for. And yeah, it's just a fun, great little pattern. And you get to use it all the time, which is fun. My next finished object are my Perfect Fit socks. I've been taking the class by the same name from Nitty Natty, and we finished up the 6-week course yesterday. So these were actually just finished last night. The course was really amazing, and I'm not just saying that because I'm friends with Natalie and she's amazing anyways, but the amount of thought and time that went into the class, you can really tell just how much she worked at it, and it was really fascinating to see how the formula that she came up with corresponds to the sock and how you knit your socks. Yeah, it was just really crazy. For my socks, the numbers didn't change too much on where I cast on and things like that, but you increase and decrease in different places, and it just makes that sock that much more snug and just perfect for you. So I finished mine, like I said, last night, and these are the ones that I did. This yarn I have had in my stash forever. It is from Southern Storytime, and it is called These Aren't the Droids You're Looking For. So it is 100% a Star Wars reference, and I mean, it's just perfect. I mean, 3PO and R2 are in there, and I just love these. So I do have a second one already, but I have a little story to go with it. So just before I was filming this podcast, I went outside to get some finished object photos, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna stand in the grass and be cute and take a cute little photo. Insert photo here. And then Texas has these lovely little things called, I don't even know what they're called, but can you see them? Can you see all the little burrs, I guess is what they are, that are on the bottom of this sock now? Oh yeah, everywhere, absolutely everywhere. So yeah, that wasn't my brightest moment for sure. We're gonna scoot a little bit because the sun is getting right in my eyes from there. So yeah, this sock also looked exactly like that, and I quickly kind of got them all off as much as I could, but now these need washing again probably, but I have a whole pair. This one's just full of little burrs, honestly. This heel, I know I talked about, I think it was last episode or the episode before, I talked about not liking the short row heel, and the class only had short row, but the way that Natalie went about it and doing it, you added some depth to it. So I'm going to try these out and see if I like it. This is the Fish Lips Kiss heel. Oh, well, let's show you the one that's not all messed up. But it's the Fish Lips Kiss heel, and you actually add some stitches so that you have more depth in your heel. So I'm interested to see if I like this type of heel with the more depth to it. I still think I'm going to like the heel flap and gusset better, but it was fun to learn. I've never done a Fish Lips Kiss heel. It's very close to the Shadow Wrap heel. There's just a couple different steps to it, but for the most part they're the same. Oh look, this one still has one on it. See? No, can you see them? That's not gonna do it. See that little thing? Oh, it's so annoying. Anyways, those are everywhere. That's really fun when it gets in the dog's fur and paws. Have them everywhere. So that I finished yesterday. I also finished another pair of socks yesterday. I was doing these two pairs at the same time. So each week when the lesson would come out for the perfect fit, I would do that part, like there was a cuff and then there was leg, then the heel, then the foot, then the toe. So each week I would do that on all 4 socks. And this one is for my daughter, so I finished a pair for her as well. This yarn is called the Upside Down. If you know, you know, and this month you probably know. So I made these for my daughter because she's currently obsessed with Stranger Things, and really just was so excited to have these. So I started, when did I start these? The 20th. so not too long ago, but I needed some vanilla knitting. I didn't really have anything after the Autumn League pullover. So I got this, caked it up, and started them right away. These are custom to her foot. I did all the measurements on her foot and made the formula like the class has you do. And yeah, so these are the perfect fit socks. This yarn, I told you the name, but I didn't tell you who it's from. It is from Leading Men Fiber Artist. I never used their yarn before, but it was really nice. I enjoyed it. What was I gonna say? I used US 1 for both of the socks. I was running out of 1 needles. Goodness, it was crazy since I was using 4, and then I also used it for the cozies, so it was a mess. I had all of my needles were being used, but I used Magic Loop mostly for all of them, and I do have a second one. I just had one on the blocker. But this, oh, here's the tag too. Oh look, I have actual tag. So the upside down, and this did have some cashmere in it, which is nice. And then here is, I'm pretty sure this skein is pretty old. I think it's from like when season 1 of Stranger Things came out. My friend wasn't going to use it, so she was like, would you like it? And I knew that my daughter would love some socks, so she sent it to me, and I'm very grateful. And then let's see, there was something else I was going to show. Oh, here, let me show you this. This is for the Autumn League pullover. I've been trying to keep my tags because that seems to be what YouTubers do, or podcasters. And now I'm forgetting to even show them to you, so I don't know. But that's from the Autumn League pullover, and everything's linked down below, and I have all of the yarn on the project pages, so you can click on them and easily find their websites and things like that. So I have those. So those were the things that I finished in June. A lot more than I thought I was going to finish, for sure, but I'm very happy with that. Works in progress. So I have 3 works in progress to show you today, and to no one's surprise, the Belleterre is still on the needles. As you know, or if you have watched the last couple podcasts, you'll seen that I started this back in April, and I didn't know if I was going to have enough yarn. At first I thought, yes, I have plenty, and then I was like, no, I don't, and I didn't. So quickly figured that out. I did work on it quite a bit at the beginning of the month, but I realized that I wasn't going to have enough yarn. So then I messaged Christy of Yarn Cafe Creations, who is this yarn is by, and was like, hey, do you by chance have either of these colors or one similar to it in the Bonbon 2-ply. She has since discontinued that yarn base in her shop, so I was like, ooh, I was really iffy on if she was going to have anything. I was even like, do you even have anything similar that would go with it? Yeah, so Christy was great. She emailed me back. She was like, let me check and see if I have anything. And then she checked and she got back to me, and she had some Bonbon 2-ply that hadn't been dyed at all, and she said that she would dye me some. So she said she already had to make some of the plum pudding, which is this color. Oh, that is here. This is a better representation. She already needed to dye this on a different yarn base, so she said she would dye me some of this. So I ordered two more skeins. 2 or 3, I don't remember how many I ordered. I don't remember. Anyways, I ordered some more. It should be shipping out probably Tuesday. I got a shipping notification on Friday, but it hasn't updated yet. So I'm sure it's going to be shipping out Tuesday, and hopefully I will have that soon. But I did do some more knitting on it. I knit as much as I could because I was trying to see if I could get it done on what I had, and I just can't. So let me show you, I don't know if I have both yarn things, but let me see if I do. Well, I just have the one, maybe. So this is Christie's label, Yarn Cafe Creations, and this one is Plum Pudding. Sorry, get that a little closer. Plum Pudding. And this is what I'm going to be getting more of. Let me show you how much I have left. So this is all I have left right now. Luckily, I am getting more, and I have it written down somewhere, I think on my phone, of how much so many rows, how many grams it is, because I was like trying to figure exactly everything out. So the little soot marker, the little soot sprite, oh, it's not even turned the right way. Let's see if we can get this to work. Here we go. Little soot sprite. Come on. I showed him last time, so if you can't see him, he was on there. He is from Simply Serving. That is where I was last podcast. So I did about that much. So like 2.5 inches. And then I also did these sleeves. So I picked up from the sleeves, which is where that little stitch marker is, also Simply Serving. And I did all of the sleeve on that, and then I did the same on the other side. I was wanting to make sure that I had the same dye lot, like consistency. I still have enough, at least enough to do 1 inch of the like fade in with this ball. So I will fade in the next plum pudding that I get from her, fade that in with this one, and then do some with 2 strands of that one. And then finally we'll add in the Pixie, which is the other color that I have. So yes, hopefully this will be the last time this is a whip. Next month, I pray that this is finished. I've kind of lost all desire to make it, but I want it done, so I'm not going to rip it out. I'm going to finish it. I think I'll really love it when I am finally finished with it. I think it's going to stretch out and be a great fit. So yeah, and I just have these on Barber Cords, which are amazing. If you don't have Barber Cords, you need some. Yeah, perfect. So the body is also on Barber Cords because I needed the needles for something else, of course. But as soon as I get that yarn, I'm going to start working on this. So yes, hopefully this week I'll start working on it again. This is in a bag by Mountain State Stitches, same bag as it has always been in. Love Jenny's bags. They're the best. My next one, I'm excited to show you. So my next work in progress is the Marvelous Shawl by Leslie Ann Robinson. I was wanting to cast this on this month, and I didn't really cast it on until the end of the month because I was working on the Autumn Leaf pullover, and I kind of was just craving some mindless knitting. I didn't have the energy to really concentrate on anything. And I knew this was going to take some concentration to get going and to get it, yeah, just to get in the rhythm of doing the brioche parts again. So I cast this on, and let me tell you the yarns before I show you everything. But this is, the first color is, oh, and I have the ball bands, I think. Look at me being ball professional. So this is Barnyard Knits. I got this last summer. So here is their label, Barnyard Knits, and this one is called Campfire. And this is what the color looks like. It is really, really pretty brown, and then it has some lighter colors and also little specks of red in there a little bit, or like an orange, like Campfire. This is also, all of my yarn is in Yarn Cozies. So that's the first color, and then the second color is, oops, I dropped my ball bands. The second color is by Blush Yarns, my friend Natalie. She makes beautiful, beautiful yarns. This doesn't have the color on it, but it is seafoam. But you can see what her fingering weight and everything is. And that is this beautiful green that you saw earlier. So, so pretty. And this one's like a twist, 2-ply twist, I think. So we have that one. And then my third is Madeline Tosh. This is the first time that I have used Madeline Tosh, but I've heard great things about it. And this is called, it's right there, Sun Up. And I'm really excited to work. This is going to be my third color, so I haven't used this one yet. But yes, let's show you what I have. So this is what I have so far. Doesn't really look like much. I don't think until I get it really blocked out that it's gonna really show, but look at the back side. Look at that. Look at all that brioche. I did all that. There was a lot of tinking involved in this, a lot of rows that had to go back. There was some times where I really wondered if I was going to have to rip it all the way back again, and I did have to do that once. I knit this part twice because I messed something up. But a friend also sent me some of these Fangirl Fiber Mickey Mouse stitch markers, which I love. They are so cute. So I have that one on there. But yeah, this is the right side. So you can see that how that brioche is going to come through and look so pretty once it's blocked. But then on this side, oh, I love it too. Look at that. Isn't that so pretty? So I've just started last night on another, I think it's like a diamond panel, kind of like this one up here, but bigger. So I've started on that, and I'm ready to start on the lace rows now. So I did put it in a lifeline in case I messed up. You can't really, I think it's really hard to tell, but it's like a yellow. It's actually the Perfect Fit Socks yarn. I used it, but I put it there because I did not want to mess up on this lace section and then have to rip back and then accidentally mess up the brioche somehow. So my brioche, God willing, is safe and will not be needing to be ripped back or anything, but I am just loving this. I don't know how much, I think I'm maybe halfway through, but of course the rows get longer each time, so it's probably going to be a lot more to go. But I think I know I have at least one more brioche section after this lace section, and then the border, I think. So we'll see. But I'm really enjoying it. It's really fun. And yeah, I'm loving it. And I think it's going to be really pretty when it's done. So pretty. I love it so much. So that is Marvelous by Leslie Ann Robinson. My last work in progress is my Radvent. So me and my friend Stephanie are running the Radvent in July knit along. We really are enjoying it so far. We're only a couple days in, but so far it's been a lot of fun. If you are interested in the Radvent in July, I have a video explaining all the details about it, and it is still enough time to join. So please, if you are just watching this in the beginning of July and you want to come and join us, please do. It's going to be a lot of fun. I will link the video all about it up above, and you can also see we did a cast on live on Instagram. That's on my feed, so if you want to go check that out, you can. But yeah, it's really fun. This pattern is by Amba O'Brien. It is meant for advents or scrappy yarn. You can do it all in one color also. But we're really excited to be making this and have others joining us and making it with us. So my original advent from 2021 was Sorella. It wasn't my favorite. Just wasn't what I was expecting, I don't think, and not really my colors. So I had a friend, Diane, who was watching my last podcast and was like, hey, I got the Fangirl Fibers Disneyland 2021 Advent, and they're not really my colors, but I love yours. Would you want to swap? And I was like, yes, I want to do that, please. So we swapped, and we also swapped a few other skeins and things along with it. And it was just so much fun because that was an advent that I saw other people opening last December and really loved. So it made me even more excited to be able to knit the Radvent because I was excited about my colors. So I did rearrange the colors a little bit once I got it because Diane still had all of them in their original packaging, which was amazing. So I laid them all out and, you know, went through and changed them around a little bit, not too terribly much, but a little bit. And I swapped 2 out and added a couple others in that she had actually sent along with the advent that weren't really her jam. They were totally mine. So I also got, the way that the Radvent works is you need 25 minis that are 20 grams and then a full skein for the ribbing in the cuffs and the neckband. So I had already ordered some Sorella yarn before we swapped because I was just going to use all Sorella and have it all together, and I got one of their summer colors driftwood, which I think I have, yes, here it is. This is their band Sorella's. Oh, there we go. So that's Sorella, and this is one of their summer tonals, driftwood. Oh, don't focus on me. There we go. So I went ahead and had ordered that and got it in. And it's just a really pretty natural kind of tan color. And yeah, so this is what I'm using for my cuffs and ribbing and neckband and all of that. But we have started, so I want to show you. We're not very far into the make-along yet, but these are day 3. You can see I already have my cuffs. I did do the 1x1 cuff. Even though I absolutely hate 1x1, I thought it's going to probably look better if I just do the 1x1. So I did that, and then here is my day 1, and then day 2, and day 3, and these are actually day 1, 2, and 3. After this, I don't know if they continue to be the same, but I'm pretty sure these are 1, 2, and 3. So that's what I have so far, and it will come up like this. So I'm excited. It's going to be, the ribbing's really, really tight, but I mean, blocking and everything is going to be great. You can see how tight it is, but I mean, if I want to, I'm going to be able to put the cuff up like that, which will be really fun. But I'm really excited. I think this is going to be a really fun, like scrappy looking, awesome project. I'm not really sure where this stitch marker came from. My friend also sent it to me, probably Fangirl Fibers or 3 by the Sea. I'm not sure which one. But I'm loving all the Mickey. And since this is Disneyland themed, I thought Mickey was perfect for that. So yeah, that is the Radvent. Not too much to show yet, but hopefully next time I'll be wearing it. We'll see. But yeah, I think that's all. And I am currently housing this in a Mountain State Stitches bag. This is I think maybe the first one I ever got from her. I actually ordered a African basket that I want to keep it all in, but that hasn't arrived yet because I procrastinated, couldn't decide what I wanted. So it should be here this week, so I'm gonna move everything over. But these are, here is the yarn, how I have it right now. This is in my Han Solo box that I got with my May the 4th. And then we have all of them in there. I took them all out of their original packaging and then put them in the order that I wanted them. So I don't know. They're in Bethany order now. These are the ones that I've already used, so I still have a lot left. I'm only using like 4 to 5 grams per stripe right now, which is really nice because I'll be able to use those for something else. So yeah, those are all of my whips. Not too many at the moment. Oh, I forgot to tell you. This Marvelous shawl is in a Black Pearl Magic bag. And yeah, I just forgot to mention that. So that's what is in there. Okay, buckle up because there is going to be a very, very long acquisitions section coming up next. All right, acquisitions. I got a lot of stuff in June. Looking at it all at the end of the month makes you think, that was a lot, Bethany. Maybe we shouldn't do that. Okay, so we're just going to start from the front, and I'm going to go through quickly because I'm sure you don't want to hear me talk about it forever. So the first thing I got was a D-stash from someone on the Love and Stitches membership. And I've always wanted to try this yarn, but I've never been able to have a chance to get it. So I got this from the D-stash. It is a homespun house. This was from, I think this was from one of her one of her Harry Potter, July 2018 Harry Potter Yarn Club. This is Weasley's Wizarding Wheezes. I have several skeins of yarn that are called that or around that same thing. So apparently I really like that. Apparently I'm a Weasley fan. But this is what it looks like. I have no idea what this is going to be. I just saw it and thought, beautiful, and I don't have to pay for shipping from Germany. So perfect. So that is the first thing that I got. The next thing that I got is, it is Sock Week coming up, July 10th through the 17th, I believe so. But I had to buy all the things Sock Week, so I'm blaming Natalie of Nitty Natty for making me order so much stuff this month. But the first thing I got is from Stitchery & Co., and it is the Sock Week pen. Oh, come on, focus. Oh, sorry. I'm trying to get it to focus. There we go. It's kind of hard to see, but it is just absolutely adorable. I got the black on gold, I believe, or is this silver? Silver. I lied. It's silver. So the silver, I have that. It's really, really nice. It's got two of the pen thingies on the back. I don't know why I get these pens. I don't really display them in any way or do anything, but I wanted it, so I got it. I also got a sticker from her a couple weeks later, which is a pink see-through sticker. And I searched the house high and low looking for that thing before I podcasted, and I could not find it anywhere. I know it is here somewhere. I remember thinking, I'm going to put it here so that it doesn't get lost or bent. And now I can't remember where that is. So I will put a picture in if I still have the picture of it. I have it somewhere. I just don't know where it is. And it's fantastic. I love it. And I want to put it on my laptop, but I don't know where I put it. I'm sure it'll show up sometime, but I really don't know where it is. So I also got the sticker, but that. Another Sock Week item that I got is, this was what I actually purchased first because this was the yarn that I desperately wanted. This is from the Little Wolf Knits, and it is called Up at Dawn and Shark. Oh, it's so pretty. Look at this, guys. How beautiful is that? So this is the yarn that I'm going to use during Sock Week. Here is Brianna's tag. This is what I'm going to use during Sock Week. My goal is to knit a pair of socks, so I will be using this yarn to do that. It's absolutely gorgeous, and I can't wait because it's so pretty. So that was the other Sock Week item that I got. I did also get 2 knitting shirts this month, but I went to actually put them on to podcast and realized that they were both dirty. So there's that. One of them is a Shark Sock Week tank top, and I wore that in my Instagram live for the Radvent, so if you want to see it, you can look there. And another one I will more than likely be wearing next podcast, so I will just show you then. I will try to make sure that it is nice and ready to be worn. I love it. It's amazing. I just need to do a bunch of laundry. That's on my list for tomorrow. So let's see, what else did I order? Okay, so I also ordered the yarn from Yarn Cafe Creations, but it hasn't gotten here yet. Should be here this week to finish my Belleterre. I also had to order more Knit Picks yarn for my daughter's pullover, so I ordered that and got that in as well. I do have like 4.5 skeins left of that, so I definitely ordered too much, but I did order what the pattern called for. What else? Oh, I got a great surprise from my friend Stephanie, who I'm running the Radvent in July Make-a-long with. She sent me this adorable package, and I just wanted to show it off. This is some yarn that she sent me. Look how pretty. I love this green and this, oh, you know that this tan is my jam. So this is, these are 50 grams of, oh, now my mind is blanking, of Dragon Hoard yarn in Myth Fingering. We have, I'm assuming this one is the Fairy Yule Tree, and then this one, Winter Magic. I would assume that would be what they are. But they are just gorgeous, and I can't wait to knit something up with these. Maybe, I don't know if Stephanie has the other half of these. If she does, maybe we'll make something together. But she also sent me this adorable stitch marker, which is a little, oh, stop moving, a little camper. Since I live in a camper, she also has one because she and her family are going to be living in a camper while they build their house. So that was amazing. And then we're both Star Wars fans, so she got me this awesome pen from The Mandalorian. It is ginormous, like it's the size of my hand, but I love it so much. And I've been keeping this all contained in one thing so I can show you guys, but I got it at the beginning of the month and I've been dying to take them out. But I actually did use my stitch marker on the Autumn Leaf pullover. Autumn League, not Leaf, League. So, and I just put it back on here for showing you guys. It is by Charmalong, which is, I don't know what that is, but that's what it's from. I'll let you see. There we go. So that was really sweet. Thank you, Stephanie. I love it so much. Okay, next thing I ordered was, I've also talked about this before, where I have this beautiful skein of Message in a Bottle by Wool and Vinyl that I got at the Yarn Club in Norfolk, Virginia. It was this it's just this beautiful skein of yarn that I absolutely loved, and I've been looking everywhere for it. Okay, sorry, fireworks are going off. That's what I get for doing podcasts on the 4th of July weekend. So the dogs keep barking and freaking out about it. I have to film at night because I have to turn off the ACs, and it's like 100 degrees in Texas, and it gets very toasty in here if you turn them off. That's another. That is more fireworks. This could be, I might have to finish this tomorrow. We'll see. So I ended up contacting the Yarn Club in Norfolk and asking if they had any, and they said no, but they would see if Wool and Vinyl could dye them some, because it's their, it was specifically for Yarn Club. So I got more. I'm so excited. These are Wool and Vinyl, and it is Message in a Bottle. So I got 2 skeins because I didn't know how different the dye lot was going to be from my first skein that I got, and I was like, I love this so much, I won't mind if I have an extra skein laying around. So I got these. I'm so happy. My plan for these skeins is to make the summer quart tank, yes, by Dragon Hoard Yarns, and I'm going to make it with my sister Sabra. So I am just waiting for her to be ready. She's had a very busy month. She sliced her thumb open and couldn't knit for a while, so I'm going to wait until she's ready and we're going to knit that together. She's got some really pretty yarn that she picked out for it. So yeah, we're going to do that later this month, in August sometime. whenever. Sorry, it's the fireworks. Shh. Last night fireworks were going off until about 3 in the morning, and it was Friday. No, it was Saturday. I lied. It was Saturday. So that was another thing that I got. What else did I get? Okay, I've already showed you the Sorella yarn that I got for the Radvent, and yes, so I have one more thing to show. Oh wait, let me show you this real fast. So these are the yarns that Diane sent me with our Advent swap. So these were some of the, oop, I dropped one. So these were some of the colors of the ones that she sent that were extra, that are just so pretty. I love these. So I've just been holding on to them to show you guys. But yeah, I love these. These are so pretty. Some of them, I think, like this one, I believe is one of the ones that reacts to the sun somehow. I'm not sure how. Maybe this one too. These are both the black squirrel, and I have a full skein, I believe, of the black pearl, the black squirrel, that is also ultraviolet reactive. Maybe that's the right word. I'm not sure. But I have these that I'm really excited about, and also this one. Oh, these things sound like they're right above the house. Oh man, I just found one of those little spur things in my hair. Lord have mercy. So those are all of the things that I purchased in June, even though a couple of them haven't come yet, but that's okay. Yeah, let's move on. Hey guys, it's Bethany from the future. I totally forgot to show you a couple things that I got in acquisitions, so I'm here the next day showing you. See? It's daylight. I did not turn off the main AC, so you will hear a little buzzing sound. It's just too hot to do that for such a short little video. So I apologize for that. I'm going to try to fix it in editing, but we'll see. So I was getting these two things ready to show you guys, and look what I found in the box. My sticker. Oh my gosh. There we go. Don't look, focus on me. Look, there it is. Let me see if I can get it closer. How cute is that? Okay, so I did put it somewhere safe. It was in the box with the stitch markers. So I found it. I'm so happy. I'm going to put it on my computer right away. But I got some stitch markers from Simply Serving. This one is the one that started it all because it was too cute not to get. Look at that. It's a little sheep with a granny square blanket. Is that not the cutest thing? Oh my gosh. So it's Simply Serving. I'll have her linked down below. And then I also got another one, but this one I plan to send to Allie in the UK. She does the Little Drops of Wonderful, I think, podcast. Anyways, I adore her, and her husband have this thing with lobsters. And when I saw this, I was like, that is perfect for her. It's just absolutely adorable. It's a little lobster. So I plan to send that off to her. I need to message her and get her mailing address, but I thought those were just too cute. So those were another acquisition that I completely forgot to tell you about. And then there was one other thing. I ordered this off of Amazon. So these are the little cords, like the Barber Cords. So you have the little, there's a little hole, you can't really tell, but there's a little hole at the end, and you stick these into your needles and then put your stitches on them. So I wanted to give this a try. I found this on Amazon, and it is linked down below. It's $12, and it's 50, oh, sorry, dog. It's 54 yards. So it's a lot of cord. It's way cheaper than buying it in the little sets that you find on Etsy, and it works just as well. I've already used it. I just took some off for, I think it was for a sleeve. I think it was for the autumn leaf pullover is what I used it for. But I just took as much as I wanted and cut it, and it works great. So that's Pearl. So this is a great alternative if you need a whole bunch, and it's like 12 bucks on Amazon, and you get it super fast. And they have a whole bunch of different colors. I picked purple. I think it's called lilac on, maybe it's mauve. I don't know. It's the purple one. But yes. So I wanted to show you those two things, and I'm so glad I did because I found my sticker. So excited. So thank you guys for watching this section, and I'm going to send it back to Bethany in the past. Announcements. Yay, we have 2 months of announcements. So mostly it is the Radvent in July. We would love if you guys would come and hang out with us, knit the Radvent, come chat. We're going to be giving away a prize in the chatter thread and also in the finished objects thread. And you may think, what threads are you talking about, Bethany? Well, this podcast now has a Ravelry group, which is really exciting. We'd love if you would join, so please come over and join. The link is down below. It is the Gypsy Bird Makes podcast group. We have just a couple different threads on there, so come chat, come show your finished object, and the Radvent is open for whips, so if you started in December or anytime since then and want motivation to finish, come join us. We would love to have you. We're going to be doing, I think probably on August 1st, a kind of end of make-a-long video on Instagram. Stephanie is going to be hosting that, and I'll be joining her. And all of Stephanie's information will be listed below as well. So yeah, we're really excited about it. We're also excited about the Ravelry group. So yeah, that's really cool. And if you are watching this and you're enjoying the content, I would really appreciate it if you would hit the subscribe button. I'm not going to shove that down your face every time. I'm just going to say it this time. I love seeing those numbers grow, and I have kind of some goals that I would like to meet by the end of the year. So if you're liking it and want to see more of my videos and want to know like when they're posted, just hit that subscribe button. It'll be at the end of the video. But yeah, to those of you who have been around and have been following, thank you. I've so enjoyed this process. It's really fun, and it really motivates me to get things done in a month. And it's been really nice to kind of what is the word? Like, see how much I've gotten made in a month. Sometimes you're like, oh, I didn't get very much made, and then you go and you look back over that whole month and you have gotten quite a bit. Like, I got 3 pairs of socks, a sweater, and yarn cozies made this month. That's pretty good, I think. So yeah, it's been really fun. So let's move on to saying goodbye and talking about life. Well, I've talked so long that it has gotten dark outside. Yeah, my neighbors probably think that I'm crazy, but let's talk about June. June felt like a really long month. Like I said at the beginning, it has felt like forever since I did the last podcast. But yeah, what happened in June? I have some things written down. My husband went out of town for a weekend, which is abnormal. He went to his high school best friend's wedding. So it was just me and the kids that weekend. And then the following week was Father's Day, and then his birthday. So it was a big celebration of him. So that was a super different but good time. Trying to think what else. We had to get new brakes for the truck. That was significant to us and frustrating, but you know how it is. We drive a big Dodge Ram 3500, so it's one of those massive things, and not very many people will change them because it's a dually. So we had to find somewhere to do that. Let's see, I didn't read anything this month, but I did do a lot of TV watching. So my husband and I were watching Doctor Who, the latest episode, or latest season, which was season 13. When it came out, I guess it came out, I wonder if you could hear that. Those were fireworks. It came out, I think, last October, but we hadn't had time to watch it yet. Like, we hadn't actually sat down and took that time. So we did that and enjoyed that really well. We are currently on the last episode of Discovery Witches, season 3. That's been really good. What else did we watch? Okay, I've gotten interrupted like 15 times, so I think I'm at the part where I was saying we've also been watching Stranger Things. We watched the second part of the latest season, which was excellent, and now we have to wait forever. Me by myself, I watched Wheel of Time on Amazon Prime, which was pretty good. I enjoyed that. What else did I watch? I don't have anything else on here. I watched a lot of other stuff, but I can't remember what. But I've also caught up finally on Cozy Up Knits podcast. I was literally in January so far behind, so I'm caught up on them, and I'm also caught up on Nitty Natty, and that's all I'm caught up on at the moment. So I'm going to work through some others and get those watched and caught up as best I can. I really don't like being behind. It drives me crazy, but some of them I might just have to start from current. We'll see. And then the weather has been very hot, although we did have a few cool days that were in the 80s, which was fantastic. It felt amazing. To be able to sit out in the middle of the day with the dogs was nice. And then it was very dry, extremely dry. Like, I don't think we had hardly any rain. And just a little bit ago, it wasn't any rain. It was like 5 drops, and that was it. It was the 12th hottest June for Lubbock in history of keeping weather. So that tells you how hot it was. They said we would have been in the top 10 had we not had those few days in the 80s, which is crazy. But it's Texas, so that's what you get. Let's see. I think that's all about June. I do have some things coming up in July. So it is my daughter's birthday coming up. So we'll be celebrating her turning 14, which is crazy. We have Sock Week coming up, which I'm really excited about. I will be participating in that with Nitty Natty. And then the Radvent, of course, is our Make-a-long that's happening all month long. So excited also for that. Lots of exciting things. We will be hopefully finding out if we will be staying here in Lubbock until October, or if we'll be moving at the end of August. Praying God's will for that. It would be really great if we could stay till the end of October, but we'll see. Hopefully next month I can let you know. Things I want to get finished knit-wise. I want to finish the Radvent, obviously. Let's make along. I have to finish that. I want to finish the Belleterre. I want that off my needles. I also want to finish the Marvelous shawl. And I want to make all my boys' socks. So my 2 sons and my husband. I want to do the perfect fit formula on socks for my husband. And then my youngest also wants some upside down socks. So he wants to match his sister. And then I'll also make my middle kiddo some socks too, because I can't make socks for one and not the other. Moms of multiples know. So yeah, those are what I want to finish. I think it's doable. We'll just see how it goes. But some things that I might cast on, or I'm thinking I would like to cast on, there is the summer quart tank that I talked about that I would be using this yarn for. So I might cast that on. I've also had my eyes on the Twisted Tea shorts by Brianna Luppino. Natalie, Nitty Natty, is making those, and they are really cute. I'm not sure if they're going to be so cute on my body type. but I would give them a try and see. I think they would be fun. I've never made any shorts or pants or anything like that. So I would think I'd probably go stash busting and see if I could find something for those. So that's a possibility. I know my friend Stephanie also wants to make those, so we might make them together. And then what else is there? Okay, so I have been watching, like I said, the Cozy Up Knits podcast, and Jamie on there finished her Douglas cardigan a few months ago, but I just saw it like 2 weeks ago, and it's really cute on her, and I really like it, and it's kind of making me want that. But then she also finished the Oxbow cardigan. Did I say that already? The Douglas one is the first one that I was talking about. Douglas and Oxbow. They're both Andrea Mowry patterns. She also finished the Oxbow cardigan, and so cute. So I loved that. But I made the Oxbow cardigan for my dad back in December for Christmas, and I loved the pattern. It was a great pattern, and I actually thought about wanting to make it for myself. So seeing Jamie's really made me want to make it. So I might splurge at some point and get some really nice, I think it's DK weight yarn, I think. I might be wrong. But I would really like to possibly do that in a really, really nice DK, like a really, not scratchy, not nitpicks, but something like nice. There's also, I've been wanting to make my husband like a pullover, one that fits him better than the other cardigan that I made him, because he wears it all the time, but I'd really like to make him something that's kind of fits better. So maybe that. I don't know. There's so many things that I can make. Oh, yes, and I might possibly be doing a test knit for Leslie Ann Robinson. She posted a picture of this really pretty pattern in progress and said comment if you would be interested in test knitting, and I commented. So I don't know when that would be. I don't know if I would get picked from that group or what, but I popped a photo in for you, and it's so cute. It's brioche because it's Leslie Ann Robinson. She's all brioche, but it's really, really pretty and would be great to use a whole bunch of different like yarns that I have in stash to use, stash bust them. So yeah, hopefully I'll be picked for that, and if not, I will definitely be making it in the future because it's beautiful. So that's all I have in my book to tell you guys, and oh my gosh, it's so dark now. It's like 9:30. Oh gosh. Okay, so I'm gonna get off here, start editing this, yeah, do all the things. But I hope you guys have a wonderful July. I hope you had a great 4th, and yeah, I will talk to you guys in August. This yarn was gifted to me this month, and it is so fun. So it's called the Upside Down. These dogs. I did put in a, oh, it's raining, I think. Good Lord Almighty. So plenty of time. So come on and join us. We would love it. I lost my train of thought.